Good evening, and welcome to another infuriating version of Diatribes from the voice of Doom. Now, here's your insouciant and incoherent host, voice of Doom. Alright, this is the third time I've tried to do this diatribe, and it won't let me do it because I think my computer's full. So I trashed a bunch of my videos from my files, and I'm hoping that I can actually get this in. And if YouTube goes down, then all my stuff is lost forever. So that's the way it is. But I had one of those days where I felt like I had to do a diatribe because just had a good day yesterday. I won some money and I paid off a bunch of stuff, and I figured I'd try again today, and I lost. But I did get to pay off some bills and get a little bit caught up with things, and so I figured, why not try more, get more. I'm greedy. I'm a gambler, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But just had one of those days, which is kind of annoying. When you're a server in a restaurant, you get some not so great people. And I try to make things good for them. And they know it's good, but they're niggardly, they're stingy, they're high maintenance, they expect the world. And it just gets annoying sometimes, but I learn to live with it. I actually like my job. When I know I'm working on a certain day, I look forward to going to work, which is kind of different because most of the times I hate going to work, but I don't mind going, and it's a fun place to work. But today was not so great. But I just wanted to talk about a few things just to get things off my chest so I could, sleep. Now, we've been importing people into this country by the millions over the last 4 or 5 years during the Petri dish administration, and he decided he was going to allow everybody to come in from everywhere and not be vetted and not be given due process to get into the country. Just come in willy-nilly everywhere, come over the border, rush the gates, do whatever you have to do, come on in. And he allowed a lot of criminals in, really, really bad people. And it basically ruined most of the big cities, and if they're not ruined already, they will be. But Orangey won the election, and he decided he's going to do the exact opposite. He's going to get rid of the worst people first. And now the D's are up in arms about no due process for these artists and pedo-ists and everything else. Murderers, thugs, cartel members, MS-13 members. They all deserve due process because they're illegal aliens and they should get the same constitutional rights as every American. Okay. Now, the D's are having a cow because Orangey's getting rid of people, and they don't care one way or the other. They'll only care when those self-same thugs are at their gate or bursting into their house and taking hammers to them. Then they'll care, but it will be too late. But so Orangey decided he was going to grant asylum to some white Afrikaners who were farmers who are being killed in South Africa. Now I remember when the president of South Africa, a white guy, I guess his name was, I can't remember his name. It began with a B, but he said, we're going to get rid of apartheid and we're going to allow all the people of South Africa to vote. Well, there was way more people of color in South Africa than white people, because South Africa is a poster child for white colonialism. I mean, we have to admit it. The white Europeans took over the best real estate on this planet in the 17, 18, and 1900s. And then they got their comeuppance in some places, but that was what happened. They were colonialists, yeah. So they had apartheid in South Africa for many, many centuries, where the white ruled and the people of color were subjugated. Okay. So Botha, I guess his name was, said, no more of that, because the world hates us and we're about to have a conflagration if we don't do something. So he said, okay, no more white rule in South Africa. So immediately Nelson Mandela, released from prison, a big hero, was elected president. And the people of color took over South Africa. Fine. Mandela was not the greatest person in the world. He spent a lot of time in prison unjustly, and maybe he's a martyr, but he had no integrity, and he wasn't a good person, so forget that. Go into history and look at his life. All right, so he was president, he was Mr. Good Guy and Mr. Hero, and the people of color in South Africa took over the reins of power. Fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But now they're killing white Afrikaner farmers. They're killing them. It's genocide. And they're not going to get away with that. So Orangey said, I grant you asylum. True asylum. Not asylum because you live in Guatemala and you're poor. Not asylum because you live in Nepal or in India or Pakistan and you just want to come to the United States and you say, oh, I want asylum. What's wrong with your country? Well, they oppress me. No, these guys are being killed. White Afrikaner farmers were being killed. So he granted them asylum. Now, who do you think is up in arms and having a tizzy fit about this asylum for white people? How dare you? White people are never oppressed. White people are the privileged people. They've never been oppressed anywhere. It's the same people that are going and having riots in front of ICE prisons and getting arrested because they're, impeding the law, because rapists and murderers and child molesters are being held prisoner there without their due process. The D's. And that's why I don't talk politics in the new job I'm in, because I know this city I'm in is rampant with D-wokester idiot mongrels. So I don't talk about nothing with them. I just give them their food and give them their dessert and try to be pleasant. I don't even care what their political background is. I don't give a crap because I don't want to know. Because I know this area is full of people I absolutely despise with a passion. Can't stand them. So I don't want to hear what their politics is because I know that I need my job. So I'm not going to talk to them about that. But these D's are going to bat for rapists, murderers, thugs, and MS-13 members and cartel members and human smugglers and that keep people in bondage, going to bat for them, but then they're saying, Orangey only cares about white people because he's giving asylum to these Afrikaners who are in fear for their life, for real. So these D's, I hope they become extinct. I am so sick of them. I don't care about Levin. I don't care about all the people on the Five. I don't care about all the people on Fox News. I don't care about Charlie Kirk. I don't care about any of them. I can't stand these Democrats. Worse than them. I despise them. I want to see them all suffer the way my family suffered. I want to see them all laid up with growths coming out of their armpits because I really don't like them. You want to see me get mad? It's like, we care about child rapists. We care about people who murder because they didn't get due process. But these white Afrikaners who are actually under threat, it's just Orangey being a racist. So this is going to end. If I have to do it myself, I'll do it. Because my life is there's more time before now than after. I don't have much time left. And I'm going to do something about it if I have to. If these people keep on doing what they're doing, these D's, these shifts, these Schumers, these AOCs, and all the other clown, idiot, mongrel Crockett's and Dockets and Rockets, I'm going to take it upon myself because I got nothing to lose because they're evil. And I'll fight evil because I am sick of this. Everyone can see who's being oppressed. And if it's a white person being oppressed in South Africa, then so be it. If there's people being oppressed in Guatemala, then let them come here and let them go through the proper, ways of going through things to say, yes, I'm in danger. I have my family here. My whole village is surrounded by gang members and I'm in danger. Okay, then stay here, get a job, and, assimilate into this country. But for these D's to go to bat for these thugs and these gang members and these rapist murderers and thugs, it's just not going to fly. We have to get rid of them. This Democratic Party is not a legitimate party. They are a party of criminals. And they should be prosecuted under the RICO Act. They're an organization of criminals. And that's all I have to say about that. I just had to get it off my chest because it gets me pissed off when Orangey is trying to do his best to get the real people who need asylum into this country, and the D's are all going to bat, going down to El Salvador to try to release MS-13 members. Sickening. And sooner or later, people like me who are basically pacifists are going to rise up and say, we're not going to take this anymore because it's just not acceptable. Your lies. Okay, you want to talk about lies? Jake Tepper. Oh, they were lying the whole time about Petri dish being, Compos mentis, in compos ment, whatever. Freaking demented. Freaking got Alzheimer's. Oh, we thought he was sharp. We thought he was good. We went along with it. Well, we found out they were all lying. Gee, really? This media, just get rid of them. Level those buildings that hold MSNBC and CNN. Level them. Or just get rid of all the people inside them and make it a homeless shelter. Make it a shelter for asylum seekers. Because we don't need that kind of freaking media. And they're trying to make money with their books, talking about how we were fooled. We didn't know. We were fooled by the Democrats in the Petrie administration that told us that he was fine. I'm not going to put up with this, and a lot of people shouldn't. And there's going to be civil war soon if this keeps up, so they better get their act together, or they're going to find themselves on the wrong side of a spear. So I could talk about more stuff, but I won't. I'll leave it there. Just wanted to vent a bit and enjoy the day, and maybe there'll be a better tomorrow. Goodbye.